Joel, Chris, thank you so much for having us in this incredible space. We're here at the University of Idaho Assistive Robotics Laboratory. And what's even more incredible is the work that you guys are doing to help stroke survivors in their recovery. So tell us about that.
Yeah, we are designing and building exoskeletons, and we're focused on creating technologies that are going to allow us to understand function and impairment better, and also to help us rehabilitate people better, learning how the process can improve function and outcome at home.
Okay, and then with that though, your robots that you're building here, this is just one of a few things that you've been working on. You're using what we already know about the human brain to help stroke survivors with mobility and movement. Explain that. How can these robots do that?
In the first 3 months after a stroke, there's a kind of a new window that opens up in the brain that is kind of like when you were a child learning how to do things for the first time. Your brain is more plastic and able to relearn and grow neurons in a different way that is going to taper off. You can still improve later on, but it takes longer to see those gains. The more you train, the better. You get better outcomes by doing more work. And so early on doing a lot of therapy, and that's where robotics can take advantage of lots of time-intensive, repeated movements that they could do 1,000 times that would take forever to do in a therapeutic setting. And then the last one is active participation. So if the subject isn't actively involved, if this robot did all of the work, the subject wouldn't learn nearly as much as if they're actually trying. So we have to have intelligence in the robots that can measure the movements that they're doing and only assist as much as needed so that they can recover the most.
And what type of movements are we seeing in these robots? What are they helping people recover and be able to do?
So here we work mostly with upper limb devices. So BLUE SABINO, we've got reach tasks that we can do. I can work on learning, like training somebody how do they use their arm to like grab a glass of water and drink something, or like grab food and bring it to their mouth and eat. Or reach and grasp, so grabbing something and bringing it, placing it somewhere else. Anything that you would do with your hands in your daily life, because you use your hands and your arms for pretty much everything. We kind of don't think about how much we just take for granted everything that we can do.
Well, in addition to our clinical robotics, we're also working on home-based devices that would be lightweight, wearable, non-powered devices, so things that you could just mount to your body and help give you some assistance back. Stroke patients often suffer from something called abnormal muscle synergies. What that basically means is when you try to lift your arm against gravity, often your biceps will contract and you'll be stuck with your arm close to your body. And so just by offloading some of the weight of the arm, a certain amount of stroke subjects have the ability to reach a much larger area with their hand. So if we can provide them with the assistance that they need, that they use in therapy to do practice with a device that can be just body mounted, then the hope is that they can reach more with their hand. We also make devices where we provide assistance to the fingers to help open the hand. And if you can open the hand to interact with daily objects, then the thought is for those projects to help people train in daily activities doing what they would ordinarily do and get way more therapeutic time to try to increase their chance for recovery.
What's the role that University of Idaho students play though in the creation of these robots?
We've had students that are involved in the design process, the build, giving feedback in here with subjects, participants that have had stroke. And Chris has a unique perspective on this.
And, been really fun to kind of get in from like just kind of an undergrad perspective of just kind of getting acquainted with robotics and the whole field, and then decided, well, hey, I can actually do a PhD. That's something that some undergraduate me wouldn't have even thought it was a possibility at the time. And I just really enjoyed the whole time here, getting to interact with our students and mentor them too as I kind of learned more and more. And yeah, now I'm in this faculty position, getting to teach people, mentor people, and really enjoy it. So,
how does it make you feel though, knowing that you're making something that is going to help improve the quality of Idahoans' lives and possibly even the world, right?
It's a big motivator for anybody that kind of works on this stuff, for wanting to be able to do something that gives back and improves the world in some way. And
probably one of the greatest motivating factors for all the people involved. And it's nice knowing that all the students that are drawn to our lab are excited by the same things that we're excited about, getting to help people and give them back function that they didn't have.
And are you guys looking for volunteers for these programs?
Absolutely. We're always looking for people that had a stroke that affected their arm mobility, that may be affecting arm and hand function. So those people can reach out to us at our URL at uidaho.edu/robotics.
Great. Both of you, thank you so much. And thank you for the incredible work that you're doing.